Hey guys, welcome back to the farm. Now today we're going to be covering multi-farms, part of forestry, and we're going to be trying to build our very own wheat farm, and we're going to be building it right here in this space you see over here. We're going to clear a space and put our first wheat farm right out here. It's going to look great, so let's go. Right, so we're finally taking our first steps to becoming a proper farm. Now, we set up this farm with the goal of feeding the world, but without crops, without cattle, how are we going to do that? So our first mission has always been really to get food. So having a wheat farm is going to be a pretty big step towards that goal. Now, I almost forgot. Our bees must have been busy, so let's check and see if there are any new custom leaves on these trees that we can use to grow. Oh, do you see that? That olive-coloured tree over there. Aha! That means the bees have been busy, and they've cross-pollinated some of these trees. So let's take a look. Got the grafter out, and now if we bash this leaf, we will get a custom sapling. Oh, can't quite reach it. Let's just jump up there, grab it. Have I got it? Yes, I have. Apple oak sapling. Oh, nice. Okay, and let's bash these other custom leaves, see what we get. Not quite mahogany yet, which is a shame, but I didn't think it would be that easy. So how do we get it? Oh, here's one. What's this? Oh! Silver birch? Oh, that's not the quicksilver tree, is it? No, I don't think so. Now, where was the other tree? Oh, there it is. How am I going to get up there? I could just bash this leaf here. Yeah, use that as a stair. Here we go. Up. And use the grafter. Bish bosh. This is another silver birch. So we've got apple oak and silver birch so far. Oh, there's some more leaves over there to bash. Bish bash. And, is that a new type of tree? No, apple oak again. But, wait, hang on a sec. It's not stacking with the other apple oak. So, that means that these trees all have different, they all have different traits. How does that work? How can a tree have traits? Maybe some trees grow in the dark. Wow, weird. Okay, my grafter's dead. And where did that last sapling go? Oh no, did I lose the last sapling because my grafter broke? I think I must have done. Damn. But okay. Time to eat up some pork. Alright, so I've got now silver birch saplings and apple oak. So let's get the axe out and chop away a couple of these trees and replace them with the new saplings we've just foraged. Right, so we'll leave the birch. There's one more leaf we can grafter, but I think we've only gotten 2 trees from these cross-pollinations. So let's just plop down the silver birch there, and let's see. The apple oak can go right there, and that should grow up nicely. As soon as these leaves fade away, we should be seeing 2 more trees for our bees to pollinate once more. Oh, now, speaking of bees, let's check on these bozos. Oh, what's this? A cultivated drone? Very nice. Let's take the bees out of these apiaries and the honey. Oh, I'm not going to have enough space for this. Now, I've been taking bees out and keeping tabs on the queens and things, as well as collecting the honeycomb, just to make sure that these bees kept cross-pollinating our trees to get us one step closer to mahogany. And that should be enough to fill up our apiaries. Now, as you can see, we've got tons of bees, so you never really run out of bees, but you should be careful and check the bees that you have got, see what traits they have, because if you want to be a master breeder, you really need to learn the traits and get the most out of your bees by making, bees that can pollinate at night, bees that don't need flowers, trees, etc. So these trees haven't quite gone up yet. Let's just pick up those saplings. But they'll go up in time, I'm sure. And now let's leave these bees to it and get the hell out of Dodge. It's time to get building our wheat farm. Now, multi-farms in forestry are not easy to make. They take a lot of materials. So let's see if I've got enough. Now, first things first, we need to build farm blocks. Now, farm blocks are made with stone brick, or any other type of material really, copper, tin electron tubes, and stone wooden planks. So let's empty our inventory first. Now I've had a stack of tin ingots brewing away in the furnace. There we go. Plenty of those. So the first thing to do to make a farm block is to make tin electron tubes. There it is. So how do you make that? Let's press R on it. And inside the thermionic fabricator, we'll need liquid glass, so glass, silver ingot. Really? Block of gold? Diamond? No, surely not. Blocks of diamonds? Emerald? I'm not quite sure what that means, but I think we just need liquid glass there on the left. Tin ingots in the middle, in an upside down T, and redstone on the side. So let's go. We'll need the peat that we've got in our inventory to fire out those engines, I'm pretty sure. So let's get those rolling. And this ash is going to come in handy for making the fertilizer that we'll need for the farm. A couple of blocks of peat. Let's take the ash. Now this is the thermionic fabricator. Oh, there's plenty of glass in there already. So the machine's warming up now. And if we just put the design in there, oh, it goes like that, I think. Redstone on the sides. Now if we put the materials there, we should have a tin electron tube as soon as the machine is warmed up. And there we go. 1, 2, 3. Now how many of these are we going to need? Now tin electron tubes are quite handy in general, so I'm going to make... Oh wow, I've made all that I can. Well, there we go. So to make our farm blocks... Uh-oh, some jokers invading the farm. Get out, you fiends. That's right. You haven't seen the last... Oh, yeah. I really need to learn to close these doors. Jeez. It's going to be the death of me one day, I swear. One day I'll be sitting at my furnace, cooking up a storm, baking some bread, when boom, Creeper Joe will shank me in the rear. Okay. So for the farm block, we need oak slabs at the bottom corners. Let's just split that like that. We need stone brick. Oh, we need stone brick, of course. Actually, we're going to need some more wood as well. So I'm going to grab all the materials from upstairs that I need. Right, so let's see. Stone bricks in the middle. Tin electron tubes at the bottom. Copper to the left and the right. And oak wood slabs at the bottom. And that creates a farm block. Hooray! So let's make as many of these as we can. I think we can only make 32. Which is a bit of a shame. These things are really expensive. And that limits us in what we can create. But I'll see if I can get my hands on some more. As soon as night passes as well, we'll go and have a sleep, a bit of a snooze. And then tomorrow morning we can set out our area for our first wheat farm. Good morning, farmers. Right, so we're going to need some more tin. Let's see if I've got any more bars or ore in here. Might need some more copper as well, so I'll just take the stack. What else have we got in here? Might need the gold, so I'll take that. And, oh, there's some tin ore, so I'll brew that up in the furnace. Now, like a lot of strange contraptions in Yogscraft, the multi-farm isn't just one block. It's several blocks built into a large shape, and then once that shape is complete, it becomes a multi-farm. Now, to make that shape, what we need are the farm blocks that we've got, but then I think 3 other key components for that farm are a farm valve, a farm gearbox, and a farm hatch. The valve lets you put water into your farm, the hatch lets you take out and put in seeds, and the gearbox lets you power the farm. So first things first, we're going to need to make some gears to make those extra blocks. Now, have I got any wood to make sticks for gears? Let's see. Yeah, I've got some planks here. Hey presto, 2 gears so far. But that's more than enough to make our valve. And a valve is a farm block in the middle, tin gear at the bottom, and then 2 pieces of glass at the bottom corners. And hooray! a valve. Okay, so that's 1 of 3. Next up is a hatch. So how do you make a hatch? Well, let's take a look. The tin gear at the bottom left and the bottom right. The trapdoor in the middle. And then the farm block in the middle as well. And hooray! A farm hatch! That's 2 of 3. And the final piece we need is a farm gearbox. But to make that, we need 3 tin gears. We've only got 1, so we're going to need to find some more tin. So it's off to the mine with me to catch some more tin. Here we go. All right. Oh no, it's nighttime. But with more tin than Davy Crockett, it's time to head back to the farm and finish up all I need to make this farm. Oh, I really should make the way back from the mine a bit safer. Oh no, I have to fend off. Oh, spiders. Oh, zombies. Take that, fiend. Yeah. 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 I have to fend off so many bad guys trying to get back to my farm. It's a bit dangerous, it's a bit deadly. But once I'm back there, I should have enough to make the final piece of the puzzle, the farm gearbox. So let's pop in here, close the doors, quick, before old Red Eye over there, that Red Eye Jedi, decides to make a move on me. Now, it's time to smelt up some of this tin. And while we're doing that, let's take a look at what else I got. Oh, I got some gold. Some lapis, that was a nice find. An emerald, pretty cool. Some iron, and of course some lead ore. So I'll go and put those upstairs while that's smelting up. Right, so let's see how much tin's done. Got 5 bars now, 4 per gear, so I just need 1 more bar. There we go, and that should be the final piece of the puzzle. Stone gear, tin ingots, and hey presto, 3 gears. Now, here's how we make the farm gearbox, I think it is it? Yeah. So I need, let's see, 3 tin gears across the bottom and a farm block in the middle. And that's it. Hooray! Okay, so we've got a gearbox, a hatch, and a valve, but only 23 farm blocks. So now we just need, I think, the rest of this tin to make into electron tubes. And once we have those, we'll get about building the farm, and you guys can watch me do that. But it's time for a snooze, and then when we wake up, it's time to head out into the field and start building the farm. The size of the multi-farm you build affects the total area it will plant the crops on once it's finished. So, for my first field, I'm building a block that's 3 blocks by 5 blocks, and then 4 blocks tall. This will give us a healthy amount of pasture for our wheat to grow on, and I'm pretty excited about it. We're finally getting bread. So I'm digging a hole here because I want the multi-farm itself to be mostly underground and hidden, because it's a bit of an ugly sight, a massive stone brick block. So my plan is to cover the top with some wood and a scarecrow, kind of like as decoration, while keeping the pipes and machinery underground and hidden away. The size of the hole I end up with is the exact amount of area this farm will be able to cultivate. And once the trench was dug, I carved a tunnel out towards the barn and built a cobblestone entrance to the area beneath the field. Now, I was just about finished when some nasty varmints attacked me, so I'm going to have to craft myself a shotgun before long and do some much needed pest control. Sheesh! Okay, so there's one more block we do need to actually get our farm up and running, and that is called an Aqueous Accumulator. Let's see, Aqueous Accu. Let's right-click R on that. And oh, this isn't cheap to make. We'll need a machine frame, which is iron, gold, and glass. And then what else do we need? a pneumatic servo, which is iron, gold, iron, redstone, and glass. And apart from that, we need tin. Okay, so let's head upstairs, grab the materials we need to build this Aqueous Accumulator. Right, here we go. Now, the Aqueous Accumulator sits underneath the farm block. Now, the hatch dictates what comes in and out of the farm. The gearbox gives it power. And the valve lets you pump in water. But you need an Aqueous Accumulator to actually get the water from surrounding water blocks into the farm. So let's see. To build this, we need first a pneumatic servo. That's gold on the sides, glass on the top and bottom, and iron in the middle, was it? No. One of these is wrong. I've forgotten, you know. Redstone in the middle, iron on the top and the bottom. There we go. Hey presto, pneumatic servo. And we also need a machine frame. That's a gold ingot in the middle, iron around the corners. And then glass, was it? North, south, east and west. There we go. Machine frame. Fantastic. Now what else? Glass, a bucket, and tin. Okay, so we can make the bucket with the iron. The servo. The machine frame goes there. The glass goes there. And it was the tin ingots. That's right, in the bottom left and the bottom right. And there we go. Aqueous Accumulator. Hey presto. Now let's go and place our multi-farm. Now you may have seen me build that little trench tunnel out of the pits that we dug for our farm, and that's because this is where we're going to this is the tunnel we're going to use to gain access to the machinery of the farm, the valve, the hatch, and the gearbox, because I want to hide all that from above ground, so that when you look at the farm, all you can really see are crops, not ugly machine blocks. Okay. So let's put farm block there. Valve. We'll put the farm blocks down first. So we need 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right, now we're going to put the valve right there so that we can dig a little trench here. And what we do is we put the Aqueous Accumulator right underneath. Like so. There we go. That's all in place. Now we put more farm blocks there and there. Now I'm going to put the hatch and the gearbox on the next level up, so they're easy to get to. Put the hatch there and the gearbox there. And now all we have to do now is make the rest of these blocks farm blocks. So that's there. Once I've got enough blocks down, the whole structure should just turn into a multi-farm, and you'll know that's happened because around the side there will be a kind of rubber band, a black band. So here we go. When I put the last block in place, it should become a multi-farm. No, it hasn't done yet. What's going on? What have I done wrong? Oh, there we go. It was just a bit delayed. So there we go. Now this is a functioning multi-farm. Well, it's not quite functioning yet. I right-click. And hey presto, look at this cool UI. So what does all this mean? Well, first up, we need to put a circuit in here to change this from a tree farm. That's going to be our first task. Second up, we need water in the compartment on the left. We need fertilizer down here. We need seeds and soil in the top here for it to make the crops. And out here down the bottom is what gets piped out. Now you can pipe in and out through these hatches, you can give it power through the gearbox, and you can give it water through the Aqueous Accumulator. Now I'll go and get a bucket full of water to show you how this works. Oh, and quickly before night falls. Now the Aqueous Accumulator literally will just take water from the blocks nearby and push it into the block above it, the valve. So I'll plonk this down here, this down there, and I'll place one more block there, and what this should do is, there you can see it working, you can see it pumping away, and hey presto, the water's going up inside the farm. That's great news. Okay, next step is the empty socket. We need a circuit board. If you want to make a fully functioning farm, you need the best circuit board there is, and that's gold, which is intricate circuit board. And to make that, inside the carpenter you need 3 gold ingots and 6 redstone with water. So let's go and grab some materials. In fact, no, I've got everything I need. Great! Now while that circuit board is brewing up, we'll need one more item. That's right, one more. So let's check out the soldering iron. Okay, here we go. Let's make a soldering iron. We need iron ingots, a bronze ingot, and the carpenter. So we'll have to do it after the circuit board, but it's quite simple to make. In fact, I haven't got the bronze with me, so I'll have to grab that from inside. Right, let's see if the circuit board is finished crafting. Oh, very almost. Let's just wait for it to tick over. Any second now. Bam! Intricate circuit board. Great stuff. Now we'll take the gold out of there and the redstone and put in a new recipe. The recipe for a soldering iron. There we go. Now we're going to need some more water. Whoops, my bad. Alright, there we go. The soldering iron has been created. Let's take the bronze and the iron out of this carpenter. Turn off the peat machines. Although there's not much point because we can't get the peat back. But we can get some of this ash actually. Getting quite a stockpile of this. Now, not only do we need a soldering iron and an intricate circuit board, but we also need something called apatite to make the fertilizer. Fertilizer is a key ingredient for any farm, really. And I think I remember seeing some in this cave down here. Yeah, there it is, the blue stuff. Now, what's the green stuff? Can't remember. This is monazite, okay. And this stuff should be, yep, there it is, apatite. Oh, I've got an apatite for farming, that's right. Let's just get all this good stuff. And the way you make the fertilizer is you put the apatite in the middle and the ash around the edge. And hey presto, 16 blobs of fertilizer. And let's make another 16, and that should be plenty for our first crops. There we go. Now, how do we use the soldering iron with this circuit board? Well, it's simple really. You just right click with the soldering iron, put the circuit board in the top right, and then you have to put electron tubes along here to augment the circuit board, and that will create a circuit board with the properties you want. Now, to do that, we need to find out which type of electron tubes make wheat. Luckily, this is something I looked at before, and even luckier still, it's something I can do with the bronze electron tubes that we made a few episodes ago when we first started making our machines. So if I right-click with that, I put the intricate circuit board in the top right. I put the bronze electron tubes along there. Oh, that's electric boost. It's at the wrong setting. You see here, this is a circuit board for an electrical engine, and these tubes will give it an electric boost. But what we want is a circuit board for a managed farm. Or rather, a manual farm. No, wait, we want a managed farm, that's right. And a bronze electron tube will make it a crop farm. So, okay, that's the circuit board in place. Oh, and there we go. Intricate circuit board, managed farm, 4 crops. Okay, great. So now we'll grab that circuit board and head on over to the farm. So if we right click, and we can put the fertilizer in the bottom, the circuit board here, which will turn it into a crop farm. Oh yeah, we're almost there, guys. We're so close now. We're almost at the brink. So you know what that means? Push it. All we need now is a bit of soil in here and some seeds and of course power. So I'm going to go off and collect some seeds and some dirt and get back to you when I've done that. Right, so night has fallen. Ooh, but I've got plenty of dirt and plenty of seeds. There is also one more thing actually I do need to do with my farm to get it to plant crops, and that is to place down stone brick around the edge to give it a platform to farm upon. So have I got any spare stone brick? Yep, I think I do. And it should be exactly the same size as this area that I've dug out. So here we are. This is what the farm now looks like from the top. You see I've covered over this area with stone brick, and what the multi-farm will do is it will create the earth on top of this stone brick and then put the crops on top of that. Now it is a bit ramshackle and it's a bit kind of circular. It's not as clean cut as a square field, but I'll show you what it looks like underneath. And we have access now still to the gearbox and the hatch for pulling out the crops and automating this if we want to come back to this and add pipes and a kind of automated system for the farm. So okay, everything's almost in place. It's just time to put in, let's see, some more dirt. Some more seeds. And now there's one thing missing. And you've guessed it, that's right. I need power. So it's time to get to our peat engines, fire them up, and dig underground to get the cable, some gold redstone pipe coming from our peat engines down to our farm. Okay, so the gold pipe is in place and it's hooked up to the farm. Now it's time to load up these peat engines with peat. Let's see, I think about 20 in each should be enough. Turn these suckers on. And go down and see and watch as the farm starts to create... Oh, there it is, there it goes. There's the first block. So, how to decorate this field? What to do? The peat engines were chugging away and slowly making progress on the field, but I needed to do something to hide that ugly multi-farm in the middle. I opted for wooden half blocks, plonked them over the top, and left a space in the middle for a Scarecrow. Now I'd saved a nasty purple Thorncraft block or two for just this kind of thing, so with a few levers and a fence post, our Scarecrow was complete. Then it was time to fence the field. I originally opted for wooden fence, but then remembered I had a bunch of brick wall blocks lying around and figured I'd use those instead. Right, well, oh my god. I've spent ages just building up this farm, building up the fence, and then taking it down. And look, these 3 peat engines are just going so slowly that maybe sometime next year I'll have crops that I can eat. It's just unacceptable. So while this has been a successful episode, we've created our multi-farm, I've showed you how it works, and we've seen it in action. Unfortunately, we don't have enough power from the peat-fired engines to kind of do it proper justice. So next episode, we're going to have to go into the barn and reevaluate what our means are for getting power. We might have to look into some of the more creative forestry style power acquisition methods, like maybe biogas or biofuel. But I've been Sjin. Thanks for watching this episode of Feed the World. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you guys next time when we get into some power options. Take care.